You want to get weird? Let's get weird. Hey, what's up, my fellow weirdos, my favorite lovers of all thing Gonzo RPG, my favorite fans of the DCC universe. Monty Cook has decided to dip his fingers in the brand new, never before covered world of weird / Gonzo role playing, releasing a brand new book because, Monty Cook can't finish anything he started. Yes, I am very critical of Monty Cook, but you know what? I'm still waiting for a follow through for Arcana on Earth, Iron Kingdoms, Poultice, and I don't know, anything that you've started. So he's got this new book coming out called Weird, which brings you all sorts of new and interesting random tables and random ways to take what's already out there and make it weird, make it Gonzo, because, mixing science fiction with fantasy or adding new weird tables or adding things to happen when you fumble a spell, or maybe making tables where no two spells look the same, or I don't know, just, changing the way potions or coming up with new monsters. That's never been done before. He's giving us 10,000 new ideas, hundreds of new lists and hundreds of new logs and 10,000 new tables of random things, random weird things that could happen to take your normal everyday game of fantasy or science fiction or whatever and gonzo it on up, because no one's done that before. Totally new, right? Totally new idea. He's like, hey, look, it's not like there's hundreds and hundreds of websites and random table generators online, and it's not like the DM's guide has Appendix N in it, and it's not like Goodman Games made, Dungeon Crawl Classics, which is, of course, the epitome of let's take normal D&D and make it unbelievably weird. No, I'm going to release my own. And I'm going to charge you $199. Of course, it turns out that was a mistake. And when he posted it yesterday for $199, it's now $54 for the hardcover of this amazing book that's never, ever been released before. $19 for the PDF, which is the only thing I'd be interested in. And you can get it now. Maybe. I want the PDF. Where's my link to the PDF? And what does this have to do with the cipher system or anything else? And is it really true that no one's ever done this before, Monty Cook? That no one's made a book about tables, about random things that can happen to make your game weirder? Because, your DMs don't have the imagination to come up with this on their own. And certainly there aren't people who have done this before you, like, say, I don't know, Venger, whose whole entire career is built upon his homebrew setting, Halt, which is all about gonzo, weird, Eldoreth horror, science fantasy, apocalypse fantasy, Thundar the Barbarian, heavy metal, Dave Hargrave, Dungeon Crawl Classics, amazingness. This guy's been doing this for years, been making gonzo sci-fi fantasy. But no, Monty Cook did it first. Monty Cook will charge you $59.99. Venger's charging you anywhere from $5 to $30 to get his stuff. But no. Oh, wait, no. Who? RPG Pundit presents the Gonzo Fantasy Companion. This guy's done gonzo stuff for years now. Pundit, of course, has his own baggage attached to him, but still, it's not like this guy did it before you. Or, I don't know, how about where it all began, Dave Hargrave's ARDUIN Grimoire? How about that? How about the original gonzo fantasy take on what D&D already had? Dave Hargrave, the ARDUIN Grimoire. That my very first influence on taking D&D and making it weird was the ARDUIN Grimoire trilogy books when they were first coming out in the late 70s, early 80s. I loved Hargrave stuff more than I liked the D&D stuff. I loved the whole heavy metal, Thunder the Barbarian, Saturday morning cartoon, He-Man feel that Hargrave gave to D&D with the lasers and the cards. Arduin's great. Yeah. But and here's Arduin stuff is being reprinted and being remade by this company called Emperor's Choice. They've somehow gotten the license to Dave's stuff and are releasing it all over again for a whole new audience to appreciate the gonzo weird world of the ARDUIN trilogy. And certainly, this doesn't exist. Goodman Games Dungeon Crawl Classics, the loving love letter to Appendix N, to the ARDUIN Grimoire, to Gonzo Fantasy, to random tables, to let's just take normal things and make it weird. What happens when a wizard fails a spell? What happens, what are there some ways that I can, add randomness so even if two wizards cast the same spell, they look completely different? I think Your Honor, the jury rests on this one. Now, we know I am very critical of Monty Cook because he doesn't finish anything he started. Hey, Potultus, then converting Potultus or Poultus to 5th edition, and then, let's even go further. How about Iron Kingdoms? How about Arcana Unearthed? How about Dark Sun? Or Invisible Sun, or whatever it was called. How about the Cypher system? How about Cypher Supers? No, instead, he's releasing a book about random tables and Gonzo Fantasy for $59. And I'm just telling you right now, if you are looking to embrace the weird, wonderful world of Gonzo Fantasy, of taking the normal D20 and just seeing how weird you can go with it, you could go all the way back to the ARDUIN Grimoire. You could just go through Appendix N and look at all those weird tables and add it to it. You could support people like Venger Satanis, who's been making this crap for years, and with the Chahalt system and all the weird, wonderful Gonzo bizarre stuff that Venger is. You can do Pundit. He's got his own. Say what you will about Pundit. He's very prolific in his creations. You could, support the guy who did it first with Emperor's Choice and pick up some of the Arduin stuff. Or I don't know, you could just buy Dungeon Crawl Classic, who's been doing gonzo weird shit for years. So, yeah, Monty Cook, I'm sorry. I hate to be an asshole here, but I'm not going to spend $60 on something that I can get for free because there's hundreds of generators that do the exact same thing on the web. And there's other people out there who've been doing this for years, okay, who've been doing gonzo weird fantasy for years. So why give Monty $60 for another project that probably will never get, finished, when you could give that $60 to Venger, or you give that $60 to Pundit, or you give that $60 to Goodman Games, or you can give that $60 to Emperor's Choice, or you could just buy my stuff, because let's face it, my stuff, both the stuff I'm doing with WRETCHED and both the stuff I did previously, is pretty damn weird. I'm just saying, support these guys who have already done gonzo role-playing and moving on. That's all I have to say about this subject. I'm sure people will go, oh, shame on you for saying that. How dare you support Venger? He's controversial. How dare you support Pundit? He's controversial. How dare you support Dave Hargrave? He probably did something controversial. How dare you support Goodman Games? They did something controversial. Monty Cook did it first. And I'll give him $199 because he's more important than, Hargrave or kind of these other guys. Yeah, you can tell I'm building up for this week's rant with this one. All right, I'm the OG GM. If you appreciate me making fun of other people, let me know. If you never want to see me talk about this again, let me know. Yeah, I know those people are controversial, and it's not like Monty Cook isn't controversial. But you know what? I don't judge Venger for his politics, even if I don't agree with him. I don't judge Pundit for his politics, even if I don't agree with him. I don't know what Hargrave's politics were, but there's probably something controversial about him. But you know what? I appreciate the product that those people make, even if the people behind them you might consider to be horrible human beings. Maybe, I don't know, you probably think I'm a horrible human being, but do you like my stuff? That's all that's important to me. Till next time, stay gonzo.